Good morning. I'm on here real quick to encourage all the Gideons. See, some of us folks just don't know how to fight. I mean, I got in one fight literally when I was in the 8th grade, and it really wasn't a fight. I was being funny because I always thought I could make people laugh, and I tripped this girl and she slapped the ham sandwich out of me. Okay, and it just caught me off guard. So anyway, I'm listening to the story about Gideon this morning. And I could just really, vibe with Gideon. You know what I'm saying? God called him a mighty man of valor. He didn't feel like he was equipped to be called a mighty man of valor. And the greatest thing about it is when Gideon went out there to fight, Gideon didn't even have to do anything. He just had to blow the trumpet. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to encourage everybody on here this morning. There are times in your life where all you have to do is be obedient and follow the instructions of the Lord. Not times. That's what we need to do all the time. But there will be specific battles that sent your way, things to upset you, things to make you feel afraid, things to make you feel defeated. But all we have to do is continue to follow the instructions of the Lord. Okay? Number one, God puts us in situations sometimes so that only he can get the glory. Gideon was in a situation where only God could get the glory because they kept coming, burning up the crops, picking on them. You ever met somebody like that? They only showed up when the crops was right. They burning folks' crops up. He all in the and hiding in the thing, trying to shred his wheat and stuff because they kept attacking their crop. There are people assigned to you that only comes out when they see the manifestation of God in your life. They see something beautiful occurring and they try to sabotage it. They destroy it. So to keep them from continuously destroying the crops, destroying what's going on in your life, God told Gideon, you got to fight. Now, like I said, I'm the one in the family that I didn't do much fighting, okay? I just don't fight well, like, That just ain't my thing. But I know how to fight with my worship. I know how to fight with my praise. I know how to fight with my prayer. Gideon did something that we all will need to learn to do, which is to be obedient, follow the instructions of the Lord. And even though it seems like it's a tremendous task, it seems heavy, you don't have to fight. Your praise and your worship, your obedience will fight for you. So continue being obedient. Continue lifting up the name of Jesus. Continue reading your word. Continue doing all the good things that God has, summoned you to do. And watch the Lord defend you. You'll be the Gideon. You'll be the one that you got on the whole boxing suit, went to boxing camp. You ready to fight. You just ready. But you ain't got to lift a finger. All you got to do is lift your hands and worship. Open your mouth and give God the glory. And the enemy's going to turn on themselves. You see that? The enemy turned on themselves. They start killing themselves. The enemy will turn on himself and kill his own self. The very thing they thought they were trying to do to you, God will confuse them and they'll do it to themselves. Just because you showed up. See, if Gideon was feeling like me in the 5th grade, I really used to get bullied in the 5th grade because I used to bully everybody prior to the 5th grade. But when I started getting bullied, I couldn't handle it. I mean, I just could not handle getting bullied. I was like, I don't see how people handle being bullied, even though I was a bully. Okay? Gideon showed up. He was obedient. And even though we don't feel like we are equipped, like we are chosen, like we are the called ones, like we are the sent ones, just by you being obedient and showing up, half of the battle is already won. What if he would have just stayed in the little thing, shredding his wheat, hiding from the folks? It's time for you to come out of hiding. You got to stand square, toe to toe, eye to eye, and face what it is that's trying to destroy you. You got to face it, but you don't have to fight it. You got to face it, but you don't have to fight it. Face it. Don't fight it. God will give you the weapons. He said our weapons of warfare are not carnal, but they're mighty through God. The weapons that they used was their obedience. They showed up and they shouted. Now make it make sense. And they got confused. They were confused. And they started killing each other. So literally, that's why I said I'm like, Gideon, I don't have to fight you. I ain't got to come up with a scheme, because you know when you be in the shower or wherever in your mind when you have your imaginary fights, boy, you can fight. Like, you be going off on people, you be fighting people, you be saying everything that you want to say throughout the day. But there comes a time where you ain't even got to do that. Just show up, be obedient, and the enemy that was sent to destroy you will flip themselves around and destroy themselves. And then you'll be sitting back, now look at this stupid fool. See, that's what you get. You know, we love saying God don't like ugly. So God don't like ugly when you be trying to do stuff to people. God will flip it around, turn it around. And the enemy that came to destroy you will be seen no more. So be encouraged. Be like Gideon. For those that don't, ain't got the toe-to-toe, like, but we know how to do some of this and be great. Because you showing up and being obedience, half the battle is won. You opening your mouth when you go into the house of the Lord. You lifting up your hands. You lifting up your voice. You shouting out to the Lord. You dancing. They left me. She ain't got to do all that. Yes, I do. Because you don't know what enemy has been sent to destroy me. You don't know what people laying up in the late night hours praying, as the woman of God would say, bad prayers, sending darts your way because they're intimidated, or they jealous, or they got all this stuff going on about you, and you ain't even did nothing but just show up being you. That's why I just can't understand. People be mad at you because you. Girl, boy, if you knew half of the stuff that I really overcame, you would have me a parade on Times Square. You need to tell somebody, girl, boy, if you knew half of the stuff that I ain't even shared with you that I overcame, you really would have me a parade. So there's no reason for you to sit up praying crazy prayers over me, wishing bad stuff to happen to me, want me to fall in the ditch. For why? For why? You don't even know me. You see me, but you don't know me. You don't know my story, all the things that I've gone through. You don't know the pain, what I had to get through to be healed. However the song go, you don't be knowing. My son say, I be knowing, but you don't be knowing. And you'll let jealousy rise up in your heart, and you start praying prayers against people and wishing that she get on my nerves. She always smiling. Do you know I have to get toothpicks to pick this smile up because of the stuff that I'm just hypothetically speaking. Because we've all been through things. But to have somebody to come only when it's your time to shine. They only came to attack the Israelites when their harvest was right. People will lay low, won't bother you. Just let you, just maneuver through life. And then when they see you pop out, you'll pop out with your wheat. Nah, I'm finna burn it up. I'm finna start lying. I'm finna create situation. I'm gonna start talking about her. I'm gonna start throwing shade. I'm gonna start doing all these little bitty things. Because I'm tired of seeing her post on Facebook. I'm tired of her smile. I'm just, find you some creative to do. Because you just really just don't be knowing. It's a sad world. You don't know the effort as an adult that adults go through to put their best on the outside. So be somebody cheerleader instead of being somebody hater. Don't be like the, I want to call them the Midianites. I can't think of the names right now in the story with Gideon. Don't be like them, because you will be like them. God created a situation where all of them went crazy and they killed themselves. They killed themselves. You over there messing with somebody else. And the very thing you wishing that gonna happen to you, God gonna flip it around and you're gonna fall on your own sword. You're going to fall in your own pit. You're going to fall in that own hole that you over there trying to dig. I done seen it happen too many times. I got too many testimonies where people was trying to create a situation for me. Want me to fall in a pit hole. Want me not to be successful. Want me not to succeed. And the very thing that they was trying to do to me, it flipped around and happened. And one example on a job I was working on. I was so excited to get on this job, y'all. And this was like 20 years ago. And I was working at a lower paying job out of obedience. And a woman of God came and she led me to a higher paying job that I actually liked working. But when I got on the job, things just changed. Everybody turned against me. Nobody would help me. Nobody would train me. I would have to read the manuals. Nobody would talk to me. I just had to do everything the hard way. I was told on. We had a meeting once before when I had turned on my heater. She had given me a heater. And you know, when you have old heaters and you don't turn it on for a long time, when you turn it on, it smells like tuna fish. She know when it told the supervisor that I'm stank. So the supervisor come having a meeting to my taking care of your personal hygienes and we need the bathes. And I'm like, I know she didn't just go tell that lady I stank because I turned my heat on. So they did this. They picked on me. They reported me. And one morning I told God, because I used to I had an issue. Let's be real. We all have issues. I had an issue with being obedient. When I first gave my life to the Lord, it was hard for me to surrender to authority. So I bucked the system a lot. I didn't like to listen. So I couldn't stay on a job because I didn't like to listen. So on this job, I had passed that test. So I went to the Lord and I said, listen, sweet baby Jesus, you see I ain't bothering these people now. You see I'm being obedient. You see I'm doing everything that you have asked me to do plus some. Now, I'm going to need you to stand up and be God in this situation because they bother me. And you said you'll perfect those things that concerning me. And this is concerning me because it's bothering me. Do you know God created, I wouldn't say God created, a situation was created. One phone call, everybody that was bothering me, 3 people got fired all on the same day. And I wish that song, Only God Could Do It. Do it was out, because baby, that would have been my theme song. And I was so tickled in my chest because I said, look at here. The very thing that you were trying to do to me, that showed up and sat in your lap. You were trying to get me to lose my job, but look at you. All 3 of y'all done got fired. You don't play with God, God's anointed one. I made a post that God don't play about you, baby. God don't be playing about us, honey. And the very thing that you trying to do to somebody, will happen to you. So you be encouraged. If you're feeling like you've been picked on, the enemy just keep trying your gangster, it's okay. Because just like God did for Gideon, he is the defender of man. And he will defend you. And everybody that's bothering you, the very thing they're trying to do to you, God gonna flip it and gonna happen to them. And they're going to be looking so retarded and crazy. And you're going to be like, not glowing, but, God don't like ugly. God don't play about me. So anyway, be encouraged. Share this in somebody, timeline and a group. Thank you, sis. Classmate, girl, you so cute. And a group and somebody inbox just to encourage them and let them know it don't matter what it look like. The enemy think he be winning. But baby, you just keep showing up. Gideon showed up even though he didn't feel like he was a mighty man of value. And sometimes we don't feel mighty. We feel less than. But because you showed up, God gonna get the glory. And he gonna turn it around. Open the windows of heaven. Pour out a blessing. Overflow. All of that because you showed up. Okay? So y'all be encouraged.